Never miss a day at school, and he's the underdog. Wanna learn more, calling mama down and good. He's about to change his face, so he'll get to the neighborhood. Walk in school today, now brother on the street. Never miss a day at school, and he's the underdog. Wanna learn more, calling mama down and good. He's about to change his face, so he'll get to the neighborhood. Walk in school today, now brother on the street. See, he's on the line, and he's on the phone. See, he's on the line, and he's on the phone. See, he's on the line, and he's on the phone. Never miss a day at school, and he's the underdog. Wanna learn more, calling mama down and good. He's about to change his face, so he'll get to the neighborhood. Walk in school today, now brother on the street. Never miss a day at school.
Boy, bye. Nope.
Wanna learn more, calling mama down and good.
I'll be 6, you'll be 9.
He's about to change his face. He's on the line, and he's on the phone. He's on the line, and he's on the phone.
Maybe I want to be
Never miss a day.
Hey, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. And y'all already know what it is. I don't even feel like I need to go into great detail about what we're about to do, but I am anyway. If you guys are new here, though, my name is Ashley, and this is My Sweet Perspective, where I give my take on all things TV and movie related. And we're back to start a brand new retrospective review series on Insecure, child. I don't think any of us were on the YouTube when season 1 came out, and we thought to ourselves, we need to get on this and talk about something, because the shows right now, honey, they're not giving everything that we need them to give. So as y'all know, I'm not here alone. Let me bring the panel up so that you can meet everyone. And let's start here, because she is very, very brand new here. Welcome, Shayna. How are you today?
Doing good. Thank you so much for having me, Ashley. I wanted to talk about it anyway, so I'm happy to be talking about it with you ladies.
Yay. Welcome. Next to the stage, we have Kay Bly. Why, Bly? How are you doing today?
Doing all right. I just rewatched it as many times as I watched Insecure. I said, let me get it fresh on my mind again and rewatch the first couple of episodes so I can be ready. Because y'all like to do trivia, and y'all know my memory don't be set for trivia. Y'all be trying to trick me.
And we got games. I got 2-3 games sprinkled in. Okay, but you'll be fine. The comments, the subbies, they will help you out. Last but not least, we have Tyra over there at the Struggle Spectacular.
Don't do me.
Hey, Tyra, how are you doing, girl?
I'm okay. I'm just excited. It felt refreshing to watch these 2 episodes again. It just felt like we were watching them for the first time, because we have a newfound presence with these characters, knowing them from season 1 all the way to season 4, and where we left off with them. We got some stuff to talk about.
Oh, we do. And we some years removed now, probably in different places in our lives. So when I watched these first 2 episodes, if I can be honest, I felt a certain type of way, but we'll get into it. Absolutely. I want to just pause really, really quick and show some love to the 43 people who are already here in the building tonight. Thank you. We love you down real bad. We appreciate you being here. And we also have a new channel member, Jay the Antoinette, okay, in the building, giving the memberships. We launched today officially. Kay Tyra and myself our memberships. Okay. And I know Jay has just become a member. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. You have no idea. Y'all check those memberships out. We're offering so many things. I'm so excited. Everybody's offering something different. And I can't wait, but I had to show you some love, okay? And thank you for everybody else who's being here. But y'all, we got 2 episodes to cover. So we are going to get right into this. And y'all know that I love to start out. Y'all know how I love to start out every single time. I want to know overall thoughts. You know what I mean? That's what I want to know. Number 1, Insecure episode 1, Insecure AF, and Insecure episode 2, Messy AF. I'm going to start with you, Shayna. Going back and watching these again, what were your overall thoughts of these first 2 episodes?
You know, I did rewatch Insecure once a few years ago, and it's been so long, I forgot the order of things. Like, I didn't even realize that, you know, that situation with the song and everything happened in episode 1, or that we saw Daniel in episode 1. I didn't even realize it was at the very start of the show. So, like Tyra said, it's refreshing to rewatch it, especially now that we're a little bit older. But, you know, I wouldn't have handled things the way Issa did, but I still love it. I can watch the show over and over again and never get tired of it.
I know that's right. And I never went back to the first season to rewatch after I was done. I was kind of like, okay, y'all. But again, I have thoughts, but I'm gonna let y'all get y'all's out first. Kay, going back and watching these first 2 episodes of season 1, what were your overall thoughts?
She muted.
Definitely muted. Can you hear us, Kay? Oh, there she
Okay. I'm like watching this show, and I'm like, because I feel like we've grown with these characters, and going back and watching it, I'm like, were we toxic too? Because we was like, like we was really into these characters, and some of the decisions, like we was just rolling with it. Like, I don't know, like it was just a lot of toxicity from on everybody's behalf. Like there's no innocent person here. Everybody's innocent. Everybody has. They were all doing a little bit of dirt. And I don't know why we was up here taking sides. Everybody.
BK, please.
I believe so.
If it is.
Tyra, what were your overall thoughts of the
Okay.
first 2 Oh, are you back? Oh, okay. Tyra, what were your thoughts of the first 2 episodes?
Oh, child, they were so entertaining. I missed the show so much. Put more Black people on TV. But the main thing I was paying attention to was Lawrence. Like, you couldn't tell me first season that Issa wasn't valid and Lawrence wasn't a bum. It was giving bum energy, because get off the couch, sir. But I was like, oh, that was younger Tyra. Tyra now, I was like, oh, somebody help that brother. Lawrence is depressed.
Yeah.
Lawrence,
I always thought he was a bum.
Lawrence is like a deep depression, and it's kind of going unnoticed by everybody pretty much around him, and it's coming off as, you know, that bummy, lackluster man. You need to get up. You can let Issa go to still because we don't get into that. Issa getting up, going to work. You here, and whoop whoop is going womp womp. I need you to get up. But I was like, okay, Lawrence is depressed, and just finding a new perspective for Issa in Mirror B. I was like, oh, like. I love the ending of the last season, and going back to rewatch the opening of the first one, because it kind of makes Mirror B come full circle in a way that I got it last, season, but I really got it here. Issa in this whole journey of, I just want to be different. I want to get out, like Issa in her intrusive inner thoughts. She wants to be that in real life, in real time. And baby, that's just not you. That's not realistic for you to try to achieve. And that's why it's this persona in the bathroom that she does by herself. And then when we're one-on-one out in the world, we just revert right back to Issa. But she would really love to be Mirror B in real life, and we are just not that. But yeah, just that, and kind of, being sideways at Issa because I was like, Issa, baby, you're not being a good friend right now. You're not being a good friend, and I'm not liking how you're acting and how you're treating Molly in these first few episodes. And because we could go in on Molly. We've had many a day going in on Molly, but these few episodes, I was like, Issa, sit down.
I mean, and I want y'all to vote in the poll. I do have a poll up. Are you team Issa or team Molly? Because I felt the same way. Initially, all those years ago watching this, I was definitely on Issa's side. I was like, Issa, that's Daniel. I'm sorry, Lawrence, but that's Daniel, and he's totally different. But watching this back as she interacted with Molly, everything was about Issa. Like Issa is about Issa. And I know Molly got a bad rap, Lawrence gets a bad rap, but after watching these first 2 episodes, y'all, I was like, I don't know if I got it to do with Issa right now. But I mean, we're gonna keep watching and we'll see. So y'all know it wouldn't be us if we didn't have a little game here and there. So I want to know who said that. And y'all in the chat, please feel free to chime in. If you can guess who said this, drop it below and maybe you'll help some of the panel members. I'm going to start with UK. Okay. Who said that? I didn't go to an Ivy League school, but I'm still a bad B. Who said it?
Come on, Kay. You rooting for you, baby.
I'm trying to think, because didn't they go to the same school? Molly and Issa, they all went to
But who said it?
what was it?
I mean, it's between Molly and Issa. You got a 50-50 shot.
I'm gonna say Issa, but they went to the same school. But no, they both did. They went to but didn't they both go to Harvard?
No. But Issa did say it. You did get it right. Issa absolutely said that. I didn't go to an Ivy League school, but I'm still a bad B.
What school was they at then in that last season when they went to their homecoming?
It wasn't Harvard. Harvard is East Coast. They were in California somewhere. I don't remember the name of their school.
I'm gonna look that up in the chat. Y'all remember what school they went to?
Y'all got it. Anna Babe got it. Miriam got it. Y'all was close. And moving on down the road. Okay, thank you to the 63 people in here. So now we are starting with the first episode, Insecure AF. And I want to just get to know these characters, right? So let's start with Issa. Now, when we meet Issa, she in that mirror, okay, we see that she is getting a text, and I miss you text from somebody that's not her man because her man is sleeping in that bed behind her. We find out that she works for a program. I'm not going to give the name because that is one of our questions later on. But she's working for a nonprofit organization with the children, and the children are immediately like, yeah, why aren't you married? Did you like your hair like this? Like, what's going on? And I don't know if you've ever worked with children, but y'all know they say anything. So we see her in that. We see that she wants to go out and party in this first episode. And she's like a Lawrence. Lawrence is unemployed. Lawrence ain't had a haircut. Lawrence probably ain't brushed his teeth. Okay. And so she's just feeling away. She's feeling disgruntled. Like, I want this, but I want something else. I think she's thinking in these moments about the road less traveled, right? The option that she didn't choose. Tyra, I'm going to start with you. Mm-hmm. What did you think upon meeting Issa and where she's at in her life as the series opens up?
Child, Issa not happy with her life, her man, her job. Nothing is clicking for her. Like, when nothing is clicking in your life, especially your man, you let because when she said like you've been on this couch 4 years, I was like, Lawrence ain't had no job. Are we saying Lawrence hasn't had a job in 4 years? Is that what we're saying? Because if that's what we're saying, Issa, girl, my heart goes out to you. But it's just not clicking. But instead of kind of dealing with it and facing it head on and talking to her man, Lawrence, or dealing with, things at her job that she may be unhappy with, we are, like we always do, child, we grin and bear it. We gonna go to work. We hate it, but we going. But, I still got to come home. When you get to the point to where you don't want to, you linger in the car. You just sit there for a little while because you don't want to go inside. Ain't nothing there for me. Something like a Daniel looks real good. Something like a Daniel looks real good. It's a way better option than what you have. Lawrence, he look real scruffy around, look rough around the edges. He looks unclean, uncouth. It's just not anything attractive across that bed for me right now. But you know who's looking good on Facebook, hitting me up. Don't know nothing about my circumstances. I don't know what this man is doing. I don't know him from a can of paint at this moment, but I know he looks better than the man that's laying here with me. I know it looks like he has better prospects. He has, potential, something going on better than this man laying next to me. I'm not going to deal with this. I'm going to go out and do the wrong thing and do the wrong thing. And this is just, typical Issa. We don't want to talk about too much. We don't want to face stuff. We rather deflect and get our intentions elsewhere. And at this moment, her attention is on Daniel.
Baby. And mine would be too with them pretty white teeth. He brushing his teeth. Shayna. What do you think of Issa upon first meeting her as the series opens up?
I'm with you, Ashley. Daniel Lawrence, scruffiness aside, is handsome, but Daniel is more, I like
chocolate.
Yeah, that's my type. But upon first meeting, there's something about this picture right here that's pissing me off. Like, you're not even trying to get up and go on Indeed or nothing. Like, not updating a resume. I'm actually convinced that this is where Tyler Perry got his script for Acrimony. Because what do you mean you've been working, trying to build something for 4 years? Like, ninja, get a job. You see me getting up, getting ready. When I say I would have been slamming every pot and pan. Like, there's no reason why you need to be getting dressed and going at this point handing out resumes in person. Because why are you sitting here comfortably sleeping, watching me work, and you're the man? And then we find out later it's her birthday. But upon first meeting, I see why she looks so stressed. Her curls was dry. She had enough.
Maybe maybe they had enough. Maybe it's really rough. I feel like Issa is, she's unfulfilled in every area of her life. Like, I think she's at the nonprofit because she's at the nonprofit, but she ain't passionate about it. She's not putting her best foot forward. She is just kind of drifting in life right now. And like Tyra alluded to earlier, she wants to be this woman in the mirror, right? She wants to be this bold, but right now she is operating fully in passivity. Like, tell that man he need to get up and go. Give him 30 days time limit on it. Like, let's take control of our life. But there's got to be this trepidation, this fear about doing that. Okay.
She's afraid of confrontation.
Yeah. all of it. Kay, what do you think of Issa? Would you be Issa's friend?
As an awkward Black girl myself, I don't think I was half as much as toxic as Issa was. Issa was just not only awkward. Issa was very dismissive of other people's feelings. Issa was she was a lot self-absorbed, and I don't think I realized that in the beginning. She really did not care about nobody else's feelings at this point but hers, but I can see why, because she was just not kind of happy where she was in life. She didn't have room to think about any other person's joy and stuff. So she was kind of shady a bit. She was kind of, condescending towards people. She displaced a lot of anger. She projected a lot of anger and sadness. But I feel like, but I resonate with Issa though, because just sometimes just being that awkward Black girl, that brown skinned Black girl with that natural hair, and sometimes not knowing what to say in social situations, or not knowing the right move to make, or not knowing how to be cool in certain crowds and stuff like that. So I could definitely identify with Issa. If Issa went got her some therapy, me and her can hang.
Therapy is a condition of the friendship. Okay. I'm here for it. I'm here for a fully realized, whole and healing person. Okay. Next, let's meet Molly. Okay. Because Domino B, I am here for Molly. When we get her introduction, she can adapt from corporate America to the hood, to everywhere she goes. Molly is going to be loved and liked. And we can see that in her personality. You can tell she's a go-getter. She's reached a certain level in her career. She's put in the time as far as her education. But there's this fatal flaw, right? Everywhere she goes, she's reminded that she's alone. She's dating dead end streets. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing is going right in her love life, but everything seems to be going right in her professional and friendship spaces. Kay, I'm gonna start with you. How you feel about Molly? Would you be friends with Molly though? Or does Molly need therapy too?
Oh, Molly's therapy issues were a lot more prevalent because Molly was that I'm going to hide behind the face of success, and that is going to be my excuse of why I don't have time to actually realize that I need to heal. Molly was in denial for a long time about the issues that she had because she thought, well, because I got this nice place to stay and I got this good job and I'm getting promoted and I got some nice clothes and money, that those were things that would push her over to being like, I'm doing well in life. And no, it wasn't. Like, she couldn't hold a stable relationship to save her life, and that made her toxic towards other people and the people that she was dating. Molly was the problem in a lot of these situations, and what made it worse is that she just was not ready to admit that. So I'm not sure that I could be friends with someone who couldn't see the fault in their own stars.
Okay, so even in these first 2 episodes, not thinking about the future, not thinking about what we learn about her, would you think she had it mostly together? I mean, other than the broken P, would you think Molly had it together? Does she put on a good facade?
No, that's the word right there. Put on. I can spot a pretender a mile away.
Okay, girl. Okay. Shayna, what about you? Are you gonna be besties with Molly? Is Molly your type of girl?
Between the two, back when it first came on, I felt like Issa was my best friend in my head. But now I do see myself identifying more with Molly, like on a career tip, and just it's her thirstiness with men though. Like that is just I have a hard time with that. But rewatching just off of these 2 episodes again, Issa's so selfish. I can't do the one-sided conversations and things like that. Like she's really every time they speak, they go back to Issa, where Molly's just there. That's why she snapped later on. But just for these first 2, I think I would be friends with. I would choose Molly. She's more like a listening ear. She was helpful. She opened her home to Issa. She gave her a place to stay.
Mm.
Yeah.
She
Tyra, what about you? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I cut you off?
What you're not gonna do is use me for my high-rise apartment. Go home. I'm definitely Molly. I'm thinking it with Molly. Watching these 3 episodes, I was like, Molly don't know who she is. Girl, you are Molly. Like, you are that girl. We are highly educated. We have a wonderful job. But Molly feels like she's incomplete because she doesn't have a man. And she is clearly internalizing, like, why don't they want me? Why aren't they wifing me? Why don't they like me? There must be something. I'm like, girl, you're wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with you. But we see from the beginning she's internalizing it because it seems to be everybody else around her. Even Issa has a man. Like, everybody got a man except for me. Something must be wrong with me, so I need to be fixed. And I think that's how we see her progress through the seasons, with her trying to adjust to whomever she's with. And there's always an escalation every season of desperation coming off of Molly when it comes to her proximity to a man and having one, because she thinks that makes her whole. And it does, like, girl, you are whole enough on your own. And she does not know that. And of course we do, get some therapy later on that we gonna get to in later time. But she eventually comes full circle. But this Molly here, definitely friends. Issa can kick rocks. Like, what we're not gonna do is make everything about you. Ignore my feelings. Talk about my broken P on stage, and then use me for my penthouse apartment. Girl, goodbye.
That part. Dane C, thank you for the $2 super chat. Peace, Tyra and ladies, and rest in peace to James Earl Jones. Yes, rest in peace to him. An icon gone. Demarcus, thanks so much for the $4 super sticker. We appreciate you. And thank you again for the $3 super sticker. Thank y'all for showing the love on tonight. Thank you for showing the love. I'm definitely choosing Molly over Issa in these first 2 episodes. I like her personality. I like that she does seem to be that friend that's always there. And I hate that it feels like Issa plays on that, right? Like, well, I'm going to go have a spa date. You can come too. So it's like you can already tell that she's used to coming over and mooching off Molly and wearing her suits and doing whatever in the moment. And like I said, you ain't gonna air me out talking about my broken coochie and then, expect it to be all sweet because you brought some Cheetos and some dip over. Like, what are we doing?
Oh,
She
a
brought one bag.
small bag. It was a small bag.
Where is the bottle of wine in a box of chicken? Girl, bye.
It wasn't even a party size. Like what? I do have a question before we move on. Actually, I just
Sure.
wanted to ask y'all, like, because now we're in a space. I feel like more recent years we're really focusing on decentering men and kind of getting away from that. Like we don't hold so much value into like having a man. This show came out years ago, so I feel like maybe had Molly had it come out now, Molly wouldn't have been so thirsty. Like we should give her a little more grace as far. That's really her major flaw for me is her thirstiness. Like the desperation is just I hate it. But like if she was decentering men and that wasn't the issue, would that make you even sway more towards Molly?
Child. The way Molly was hyperventilating in that bathroom, like, oh, when is somebody gonna choose me?
Trying to get choked. I'm lonely.
I mean, I liked her already. And I get the pressure that she felt. Like later on, we find out that she had seen a married couple that she thought was perfect until, they had their issues in her mother and father. And then I think in addition to that, her being in spaces and seeing her other counterparts, and I'm going to put other in parentheses, getting engaged, getting married, and she's still on this merry-go-round. I wonder if she would have been one of the ones that, I don't care about that really, or if this always would have been a Molly. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I would like to think that she had her power back because there are all these movements now, but I don't know. What about you, Kay?
I think about that and I don't know. It's with this is one of those shows that I feel like I feel or see something different every time I watch it. Maybe because I'll be in a different place in life, but it's like sometimes when you could like see the growth in the characters, but then when you go back and watch it or you look in later seasons and then you reflect on it, I don't know. These are things that I sit with watching Insecure. I sit with those things.
Yeah. Yeah. Society changes and we change and we grow. And I hope a 4 or 5 year older Molly would be in a different place, right? And more content in herself and knowing, like Tyra said, who she is. Girl, you are enough. You've achieved this and you're a good person.
In that way, I will feel the show. I always thought the Molly's desperation was a bit dated for the time. Like Molly is giving decades old of I'm just not complete if I don't have a man. Even though we know that that's a very prominent still, but I just felt like who Molly is, baby would have been very very webby, INP, but she would have been outside and it just would have been everything. It would have been fine. But it I guess there are still some women like this.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
Yeah. Oh, I was just gonna say, yes.
Yes.
When the show came out, I was feeling like Molly. I was like, oh man, I'm pushing 30. I want to. Yeah. I think that time frame, we have that time in our head of when we think we should have these things. Like they're getting close to 30. They feel like they're running out of time. You're really not.
I just love the dimension because that never crossed my mind.
No, it's a ton of women. It's a ton of women.
Yeah, I'm so glad we're getting far removed from that or taking steps.
Yeah, absolutely. Steps.
Baby steps.
Thank you so much, DeMarcus, for the $4 super sticker. We all appreciate you for showing everybody love on this panel. We love you real bad, DeMarcus. Thank you for being here. Okay, y'all. Now it is time for the game. Finish that lyric, y'all. I need you to fill in the blank. And I'm going to start with you, Shayna, because I know you know this. And I feel it in my spirit that you know it, okay? Maybe it really blank. Maybe it's blank as hell.
Ooh, okay. This is where my awkwardness comes in because I'm like, I cannot, and I'm getting over a cold, so I'm still a little raspy. I don't know if I want to wrap it. Okay, maybe it really smells. Maybe it's dry as hell.
There you go.
Come on, sound effects.
I got them tonight. I got them on deck. I remember them, y'all. And we are going to, before we get into some other topics that I wanted to talk about, we're going to have a little break to just talk about or just watch a little bit of this Sisterhood.
Oh, it came out of nowhere. Because first I thought we were having a good time.
Wait, whose idea was it to go with the flow?
I think it was mutual. Okay, babe.
Yeah.
Right? And then this motherfucker got to hit me with his bullshit. Sorry. I'm not looking for a relationship right now. But I was cool with it.
Was he hairy?
He was Arab.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And then he goes from like calling me every day to sending me text messages.
Not sad face you. I will slap you right this way.
I'm always so watching it in the time, right? When I first watched this, I loved their relationship. I was like, oh, they're like besties. They fight, they get back together, they might fall out. At the end of the day, they have each other's back. Watching it this time, I was like, I don't like it. I was like, I don't like the dynamic of the relationship. And so I'm going to ask you guys, is this a healthy friendship? And I'm going to start with you, Tyra. Is this a healthy friendship?
Why you come to me first? Hell no. It wasn't. It's a friendship. I mean, who's to say what friendships are healthy? A lot of us have unhealthy friendships for years, and that's just our dynamic. Nothing is ever 100% healthy. If it was that, child, friendship probably be a little boring. But no, this is not at all. I feel like these first few episodes, you see traces of what they have been dealing with. Even leaving this season, especially going into the end of this season and that second season. I think Issa sees Molly in a way of like, this is something that I could aspire to be. You know, everybody loves Molly. Molly has it all together. Like, girl, what are your problems? Like, I'm not going to identify or care or try to be your shoulder all that often. What do you have to complain about? You got everything. You got all your money. You got a wonderful job. But you're missing a little man, like you're dating. Look at me. Like, it's just, some internalized things. And then you flip-flop it in this Molly, like, well, girl, what the hell are you? You got a man to come home to every single night. A man that loves you. Like, and it's just popping into my head. I don't know what episode that is, but she says like, oh, you don't even deserve Lawrence. You don't even deserve Lawrence. Like, it's just like both of them have something that the other one wants. So there's always like a little plex there as far as, what problems do you really, really have? And then it's just with Issa here in these first few episodes, it's very one-sided for her, because Molly is in need of friendship. When you start to push me by the wayside of my feelings in that moment and occupy your time with a man that's not even yours, set me up to go out here to this club, and girl, you just need to get out. The rap on stage was insulting. At first I thought that was so fly. I thought it was so funny first watching this, but it's one thing for it to be, maybe it's my pee dry, it smells. My coochie not only broken, but it's making ninjas run left and right. Like, they turn, like her coochie was everything but a child of God. I'm like, ma'am, don't get up there and spew out some things I told you within our friendship in confidence. Like, girl, how many things are you not a rapper? You can get in that mirror and spew out things every single moment of the day, but you decided to get up there and rap about my coochie. Absolutely not. Let's go. Let's get out of my face. And then that ride home in the car. Issa is just very selfish in this moment because she just sees something that she wants in Daniel, and she's trying to get away from all things Lawrence. But yeah, that don't mean throw me by the wayside as your friend, because as you can see with the both of them, when everything goes astray with the man, with family, with whatever, they always end up coming back to each other, because I'm always your strongest and your biggest supporter. So appreciate me like you should. But at this moment, Issa is not, and she is taking advantage of Molly's kindness. Because girl, get out my high-rise apartment and get out my clothes. Get out my damn suits.
Lord, but first let's go to our favorite Ethiopian place and let me tell you about, my dating situation. Kay, I'm coming to you next. Is this a healthy friendship? Is it one-sided, or do these two really, really genuinely care about each other?
I don't think that they had it in them this time to actually have real love for each other. They had too much unhealed trauma going on right now. Issa couldn't ever really truly be happy for Molly because she wasn't happy with her career. Molly was on the path to greatness in her career. Issa was going nowhere fast. But at the same time, Molly's like, I got everything I need, but where's my man, my man, my man? And Issa, you got you a man at home and a man at the club that you brought out mirror, bitch. Talk about my private parts. So I'm like, and so they're both tapping on each other's traumas. Right now, what they have is a trauma bond in their friendship. This is not a healed friendship. This is a trauma bond. And a trauma bond, although may seem very, very strong, it don't mean it's healthy.
That's very true. Shayna, what say you? Is this a healthy friendship, or is it one-sided? Are both parties getting equally or benefiting equally from this friendship?
It's definitely one-sided, but we see over time, Molly had her time too. Sometimes it's one-sided on one side, sometimes it's one-sided on the other side. Like I said earlier, when you rewatch it again and you're in different spaces in your life, then you start to pick up on other things. Like when you have a falling out with a friend. I had a falling out with a friend I was friends with for 20 years, and I realized when the show was on, I was like, oh, we're just like that. And I thought it was a good thing. And I realized how negative and toxic it was, but I think we held on to the time. We put so much time into that friendship. That was like my sister because we were friends for so long. And that's what I see here. It's just they're holding on to this the length of time. They've been friends for a long time. They're comfortable. They're used to being around each other. But really, they've outgrown each other.
I was just going to ask, is that a thing? Because I know that we approach that subject in later seasons, right? Like maybe we're not the people that we were when we first became friends, and maybe we grew in different ways. The same way that can happen in romantic relationships, for sure.
You don't even pick up on the shade. I saw a Facebook memory, and I was like, did this hoe ever like me? Like, what was that? It's like you didn't at the time. You're just like, oh, that's my girl. I'm gonna just let it go. But no. So as you age, you want better for any type of relationship.
I agree. Issa girl, Lawrence and Issa. So we're just thinking about all the relationships, right? Because it was relationship heavy this first episode, especially. And I want to know from the ladies on the panel. And shout out to the 97 people here in the chat to talk insecure. Okay. Is this cheating? Shayna, I'm starting with you. I miss you. Thank you. I miss you too. While your man is right here, unkempt, unbarbered hair, probably stinking, right? But he's right on the side of you, funky, watching TV, probably in the same outfit he'd been in for the last week because he's depressed. Yeah, I'm giving him the business. That scruffy beard, that bad breath. He probably has BO. And you sneaking on the side to text message this man talking about he miss you. Is this cheating?
Well, thanks for painting the picture for us.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
I had to go first. So I'm like, is it wrong? Is it inappropriate? Yes. Cheating? No. But did Lawrence deserve it? Like, nigga, it's my birthday. You couldn't even take your unemployment check and get me a card? Why am I celebrating my birthday with Molly when I have a man? Like, you couldn't scrape it. You couldn't call your mama something, anything. Uber was around at the time. Like, there's no excuse. Like, I just, no. So I could see, it's the starting of something that's very inappropriate, but not cheating necessarily.
Not cheating. Okay. Kay, what say you? Is it cheating?
If anything that you have to hide, just go ahead and call it cheating, big dog. Because if it wasn't cheating, then you would have been able to be like, oh, look Look at Daniel. He said, "What's up?" He's look at this message. He said, "What's up?" He said, "I ain't seen him in a while." Yeah, that's about that. We used to kick it back in. Like if you wasn't cheating, you would be able to be like, "Yeah, you see right here." He said, "What's up?" And I said, "I'm sitting right here with Lawrence while he on the couch being a couch potato, eating potato chips and snacks, and not cooking no real meals." But see, you ain't say all that. You was all like, if you got to do all of that, go ahead and call a spade, homie.
Because you ain't got to say you miss him back. And I agree with Shayna. He went to Georgetown. He be wearing that Hoyas sweatshirt around. You have an Ivy League education, sir. Get a job. Tyra.
Comfortable living off of her.
Is this cheating though? Is it cheating?
Absolutely. It was cheating from the moment she opened the message and responded, honey. As soon as you opened it and responded, nobody can stop somebody from messaging you. If you see it, it's just like, okay, I still got it. Let me go and close that up. You responded. You hit it. You initiated, several times. Issa sought this man out. Issa sought this man out. Oh, he looking good. Oh, he's single. Oh, this is definitely cheating. This is the setup. Like Issa, what I saw in this episode, she's trying to downplay. Why didn't you really just come here for him? Or I just didn't really. I'm not going to respond to this message. Well, I responded to him. I'm just going to drive over there. But I didn't go in the house. It's just we're getting into the step by steps of her actually physically cheating. Cheating normally starts with an emotional situation like this. It starts with a message. It starts with a kiki, and then it starts with maybe a dinner and a smile, and then she is sneaking. If you have to sneak to do something, you are cheating.
Exactly. If you got
it's a lot of cheaters in this chat, I see. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay up. Stay up.
She put herself in that situation. She shouldn't have had that fine man should have been blocked, because she should know if y'all had talked to me before. If she, if all it takes was a "Hey, big head, I miss you" text, and you all the way back in, he should have been blocked a long time ago. You can't keep contact with people that look that good. You can't do it.
Lawrence didn't even say happy birthday until 8:00 at night.
Issa has the right to have her plex, but you have your plex with your man. I'm coming in the house. Hey, what you doing? Why you not dressed? Hell no, I don't want you to move out the red box. It's my birthday. I need you to be doting on me. This is the one time I need you to get up and roll over your potato.
I need you to get up. I shouldn't even have to have this conversation.
At the same time, you are in a relationship with, maybe you chose this man. You allowed this to go on. Because Lawrence is in a state of, because all of us are saying, like, get a job. We have that moment. I don't know which episode that is, when it is the Best Buy situation, but Lawrence is doing what a lot of men do, especially a man with an Ivy League education. Yes, I could get a job anywhere, but who you expect me to work at Best Buy? Like, what do you mean?
Right,
why am I going to, do this or do that when I have an Ivy League degree, when I went to school all these years and spent all this money? I want a job in my field or nothing at all. But yes, sir, in the meantime, somebody got to pay the bills. I need you to come on. I need you to help me out. Let's get to the getting, and then we can get to where we want to be. Lawrence has never wanted to get to the getting. He just wanted to get on some goddamn whoop whoops, and that was taking too long. You need to get up.
No, none of them Georgetown connections helping his ass get up off that couch.
And Issa also said he wasn't putting it down in the bedroom. So after I gotta work, I don't even work on my birthday. That's a sin. Where I come from, why not work? I gotta work to the bone because I got this adult child in the house, and now I'm not even gonna get no good D. Like, if she would have just texted, if she would have said "I miss you too" and nothing else happened, would it have been cheating? No, it would have been wrong. But she set it up. Like, we know you're gonna keep talking to him. Just right here, no. But I mean, I ain't saying that's right, but I understand.
It ain't right, but it ain't fair. Here's my thing. This could have all been avoided, right? Like, I'm just of the mindset that his shiftlessness isn't an excuse for her to do whatever she wants to do. I felt like I wanted, watching this back, for Issa to put her big girl panties on and say, listen, this ain't working for me. This is not serving me in this situation. What are we going to do? I'm either going to move out. You can move out, go move with your parents, do something. But until you can get it together and bring something to the table, I need to step out and explore because I'm unfulfilled. I don't understand, I guess, for me, the concept of just dragging him along. If I want to go be free, baby, if you want to be free, go be free like a bird. Like, like,
then, it's the other side of staying with this man, because I think we've all, don't lie, everybody didn't have them a Lawrence in this state. Everybody didn't have them a couch potato in this state, and that's when you are in love not only with your man, but you are in love with potential. And he's gonna get it together. He just needs some time, and then at times, it turns, from a year, and then all of a sudden it's 2. Like the time just goes. It goes, and you don't know, and it just spirals, and then it's just like, I don't want this. I don't want this man, but God damn it, it's 4 years of my life. This has been 4 years of my life. And then it's just hard to walk away from. Then you find yourself over there in the DMs of Daniel King with his fine ass,
I think we gotta do something else. I think at 21, that 22, that's cute. Like you're graduating. Like I think when you I ain't gonna be able to do it, bro.
The students had to be like, what's happening with their love life? The children had to tell her, like, what's going on here? Like, that's when she was like, what am I doing with my life? So, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Broken Puss and the man that bobs and weaves. I'll never forget him. We have not gotten to this point yet in the series, but that's what he will forever be known as for me, is the man that bobbed and weaved and then wanted Molly. We know, we've talked about it, we've alluded to this scene, but they go out. Issa gets Molly out of the house under suspicious circumstances. We knew you knew where Daniel was gonna be that night, girl. Like we knew. You knew, we knew. Everybody knew. Molly knew afterwards, but you not only, hook up with him, whatever. Molly meets light skin Bob and Weaver, and you decide that you're going to get up on the stage. Daniel convinces you, you still write rhymes like you did in high school? She said, yeah, I do. I'm going to get up there and I'm going to rap about Molly's broken pea. And Molly's like, oh, she's rapping about me. He's like, I'm a head out. I'm going to start with you, Kay. What'd you think about Broken Puss? And I mean, would you ever do your friend like that? And I know it was kind of like a joke. And she said, well, maybe your pee is broken. They said it, but for her to get up there and have a whole song dedicated to the broken pea, how would you feel?
If I make a song like that about somebody, I don't like them. Okay. This is me being petty. If I got to write you a whole song, I'm in my petty level right now. And you should probably assume that I don't like you. So if we're gonna be friends after that, I'm assume you didn't take the hint. Because ain't no way somebody that I care about, that I truly know, especially if you're best friends enough with somebody, you know what their triggers are. And she know that that's a soft spot for Molly. So for her to get up there on that stage when she know the man that she's after is there. So I'm going to impress, Mr. Tall, Dark, and Handsome by putting down my friend. Issa, she should have been ready to fight when she got off the stage.
Yeah.
Shayna?
Yeah, I agree. I would never do something like this to my friend at any stage in life. Like, you knew better than this. And then didn't feel no remorse about it in the car or nothing. Was still texting Daniel. Like, what? We would have been in there tussling. Like, we would have been moving furniture in that place. But I wish Molly would stop saying it to the men, though. Like,
yeah, like
my
pee is broken.
Yeah, like, why do we keep saying this? Like,
that song's about me, girl.
like what? Of course he ran. Like, I would have ran too.
Tyra, would you be your friend like that?
I would have moisturized Issa's hair, because girl, you about to be broken coming up off the stage. And I don't want to hear nothing about, girl, don't nobody know you in this audience. No, I know you, and you know better than to get up there and, spew out my personal business. She had a right to take that personal. Those are things I share for you in confidence. And was this, a Tyler, I'm about to spit you something off the dome just right now, because girl, you had them bars ready to go. How long was you contemplating on them raps? That was off the dome. Issa talented, ain't she? She had it rhyming and everything going, like a whole song about broken pea. Even if it was just a little mention and that was just like a reference, like, no, it's just like, I know this girl. Like, who the hell? Me? Me, Issa? Are you out of your mind? The way, ooh, she glad she drove, because Issa would have walked. She would have walked home.
Caught an Uber or whatever.
Walked home limping at that.
Okay. She would have been get home in that ambulance, getting to the hospital for the night. because she put too much stank on it. Like it just went on it was like a whole 3-minute song. Like it went on for a while. Like
It had verses, a chorus,
I was
everything.
like, this child was
Tyra,
singing. Like,
Don't give me this. Don't give me this.
Tyra, it's your turn.
Right.
Who said that? Why are you trying to fix everything in your life? Fix your hair.
Nicki Minaj. No. Mom?
Who said it in the chat, y'all? No, it ain't Mom.
I don't know.
Okay. Who said, why are you trying to fix everything in your life? Fix your hair.
You can't be giving stuff that wasn't in this episode. Was this in
It was in this episode, wasn't it?
Was it? I don't recall.
Y'all don't remember me?
Because that sounds like
we only saw a couple characters that would say anything.
But it sounds like a Kelly statement. Like, why are you trying to fix everything?
This is Issa talking to herself in the mirror.
I was just about to say that sounds like you, bitch.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Now the moment you
this sounds like something Kelly was saying.
Yeah, I thought it was Molly. Molly should have said it in the car ride home, but I don't know.
Oh Lord, she's saying it to herself, Lord. So we know what it was. We knew that when she saw Daniel, it wasn't gonna stop at the club, even if she acted like it was gonna stop at the club. So we're in the club, we see Daniel, he inspires you to get on that stage, but then afterwards, we need to have a little rendezvous because he's big fine with that beautiful smile and he's brushing his teeth and he has on deodorant and cologne. He smells good. He looks good. He's strong. He got a nice strong back. And you're thinking about all the ways you want to sit on it, right? As Jasmine Sullivan said. And so my question is, why, girl, why? We get in the car and this was probably one of the funniest and saddest moments in the same breath. Because they share a kiss. So now it's officially crossed into the realm of cheating, right? But after that, she says, I'm not ready to jump into another relationship. And he said, huh? A relationship? Is that what you think? The way I would be shame-faced, the way I would be embarrassed and ashamed. Tyra, I'm gonna start with you.
Girl, what you thought this was? Girl, this was not a date. He didn't stalk you. He said, I missed you. You weren't courted. Like, what are you talking about? What are we really doing here? You were not courted. First of all, you tracked this man down. Clearly, stalkerish. Trying to be in the same location he was. He didn't say, I miss you. I would love to take you out sometime, catch up. No. Where you at? Can you pull up? Everybody knows what pull up means. Everybody knows that. What time it is. It's dark. Look like it's past midnight. Can you pull up? Yeah, I'm gonna pull up. He got a bottle. Girl, we finna get it popping. Like, what are you talking about? Why are you coming in here playing on my top and on my pretty teeth? You need to go home. Go home. You need to be childish over there with your man. Because you know what I invited you over here for, and then you want to, I'm just not ready for, girl, ain't nobody in a relationship. Daniel been a lot of things, but Daniel, up until whatever in that season, he ain't lied, girl. I ain't present myself to you as no Prince Charming. You saw what you wanted to see in me as an option. Girl, I'm trying to get it popping. Who said I want a relationship with you? Girl, go home and moisturize them. Bye.
He wanted that good coot nanny. He wanted to reminisce on days gone by. Shayna, what say you? Why, girl? Why did she do this? Why did she embarrass herself?
Because she's an awkward black girl. Really, there's no because why? You're supposed to think that in your mind. I don't even know what she was thinking. Like, that's what you get for thinking. Like, he clearly said, I just want to hit. Like, you talking about your friend got broken, got a broken cat. You must not. I'm trying to see what that be like. So I don't know. But I mean, that didn't stop her. Well, let's not jump ahead. I was gonna say she kept talking to him anyway. I guess he was like, look, let me not say anything to ruin my chances of getting in those jeans. Like, no, you don't want a relationship. I don't either. You want one? I want some too. Like, I'm just trying to hit.
Shout out to Daniel.
That was my thing, girl. A relationship where? Like, why would you let that come out?
Haven't talked since college. Like, what?
Okay. Did she just know that she was that girl in this moment and that he had to have wanted a relationship with her? Could it be Because she is a relationship girly. She's been in a relationship for all these years. Maybe she thought that's just what the dating market was. What you think?
That had to be her in her awkwardness. And as awkward as I am, see, I always know the deal is you were never gonna catch me slipping. So she see, that's what she get for trying. You can't be part of playing the game and think that you will play it and you can't play the game right. And she slipped up in that moment. Issa, you can't. This wasn't the life for you, and it showed in this situation. It showed. He ain't asked you for that. You know he wasn't ready for that. You wasn't You wasn't even done with what you was doing. And at that moment he wanted the same thing that you wanted in that time, and your awkwardness came in and interrupted what was happening. That you didn't have to say nothing. He wasn't trying. This was not a conversation time. This was not a time and a place for conversation. Exactly. You could have just kept doing what you was doing, but you had to make it as awkward as you were. She played the game all wrong. That's why she got screwed over.
She had to. She couldn't help herself.
She doesn't even know him anymore. Like, you knew him way back when. You don't know him today's date.
A whole different man, just like you're a whole different woman. Shayna, I gave you a fill in the blank last time, so I'm not gonna make you rap again. Kay, fill in the blank. What was Issa's or not Issa, but Molly's cooter used like? Used like a,
I don't know, used car?
Two words, Kay. 2 words.
That is 2 words. Used car.
Tyra.
Used like a used car. Girl, come over here.
That rhyme with rhyme with anything.
But it fits.
Somebody, anybody.
The chat is helping.
Like a Toyota child. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. Don't
yes, you can, Harold. Y'all can participate, and he has it right. Listen, used like a dish rag.
Yeah.
Okay.
I blocked that whole song out of my mind because it was disrespectful.
I think I used it. Who did I use it? Allison in House of the Dragon Lives, because her coot nanny was broken too. It applies. It's applicable to some of these characters that we encounter on these shows. So here, Molly was mad, but temporarily. Issa knows her sweet spot. She knows that Molly will not stay mad at her long. And I wonder if Molly's ability to forgive goes deeper, right? As we get later into the different seasons, we'll kind of see how Molly is, even with the men in her life. And I think she really does value what she thinks this friendship was. But definitely she brings, what is that, ranch dip and Cheetos to the dough. And then gets in there, they talk, but then has the audacity to still lie. Because Molly know you done went to see that man. And she said, no, nothing happened. Girl, why? Shayna, I'm going to start with you. Why is Issa lying? Why lie? Why?
She do got a little lying problem. Now that I think about it, she lied several times. In her. I don't know. Molly should have slammed the door in her face when she bought that little small bag. Like, this is a bag for one. I don't know. Can't even use half the dip. No wine, not a soda. What were we talking about again? Issa lying?
We were talking about Issa lying, but then we're also talking about why is Molly so willing to forgive? It seems like this is a pattern to me.
I guess she knew Issa didn't mean no harm. Did Issa not mean any harm? Because I feel like the truth came out on that stage. She just wanted to see the best in her. She wants her friend. I don't know. She's just a nice person. I don't know why I don't know. That bag is unforgivable. What flavor is that?
Just plain. not even flaming hot. I don't know. This is a bad combination to me. Kay, why did Issa lie? And why was Molly so willing to forgive?
Well, once you tell one lie, you got to go down the rabbit hole of telling more, because she already lied to Lawrence and she lives with him. So apparently she can't face him with the lies. So let's go to the next bit. Let's skip over the man's feelings that I just hurt because I cheated on him. Let's go over to the bestie that I also hurt feelings of and see which one will take me in. And apparently she feels like she would rather face her best friend, even though she disrespected her in public, than go home and tell her man who she disrespected in private what she did.
Well, Tyra, what say you?
The way she would have been back at the dunes with his bag of chips and his ranch. Girl, get off my stuff. Get away. Like, the fact that she came in there and lied because you want yourself to be perceived a certain way, to know that, girl, you were 100. It's not that hard to guess, Issa. I see you use me tonight. You did this intentional to get to Daniel, to get with Daniel, and you went over there to try to get what you wanted. And of course, you know, it didn't go as planned, but yeah, apologize for what you did to me. And Molly's very forgiving, as we see child throughout all the seasons. She's, you know, she's gonna put a band-aid on, oh, it was okay, they didn't mean it like that. Well, girl, he's actually like this. And it's just Molly wants to have somebody close to her, even if they're toxic to her. and poorly, Issa is one of those people. But yeah, this was Issa. Like, let me bring my bag of ranch and the chips and the dip. No. She didn't want to go home.
That's what it was.
Right, that's all
You
it
didn't
was,
come here to, you didn't come here to apologize to me. You didn't care about my food. You don't want to go home to that man.
Right.
Get off of, go back to them dunes. Go to them dunes. This ain't the dunes. Look at the view in the back. Baby, this ain't the dunes. Go home, baby. Go home.
They had the audacity to be like, and can I borrow work clothes? Like, get out of my life, please.
That's my thing. Anakin, not Vader. I feel the same exact way. Issa stayed lying. She lied even when she didn't need to. If that's my best friend, like, what's the point of a best friend if you just can't be bare with them and completely vulnerable and tell them the whole truth, even if it's ugly, even if you're ashamed of it? It's like, why call that my bestie? And again, this is the older me thinking that. But I was like, girl, and then to end up telling her anyway when Molly took her out to beautiful breakfast, because we know Issa ain't have no money either, really, to pay for it. Oh, so baby. They wake up the next morning. They are in episode 2, messy AF, and you know, Issa just grinning from ear to ear. Molly is too, but she's gonna have her a self-care day to fix her broken coochie. She is going to get a vajacial. She is going to get all of the spa services that she can. And she even says, okay, Issa, you can come too. And Issa's like, well, can I just borrow a suit? You know, because I got to go to work. But while they're sitting here, Lawrence is on his calling campaign. Issa, where are you? Are you okay? Issa, are you all right? Kay, I'm going to start with you. Are you picking up Lawrence's call if you're Issa, or are you just, what is her plan at this point in your mind? Like, you just gonna stay away forever? Like, because y'all do live together. You didn't call the man to let him know you was safe or anything. Like, what do you do at this point? What is your mission? What would you be doing if you were Issa?
Being a coward at this point. Because why are you running? You running from the couch potato? You really. I mean, what is he gonna do to you at this point? But literally, what is he going to do if you even walked right up to him and said, "We need to see other people," and I've already started? What is he gonna do, Issa?
What can he do?
Why are you running from him? What is that guilt that you're carrying around? Because now, as much as you complain, 2 wrongs is not going to equal a right. So if you already feel like he's in the wrong, you go out and do another wrong. But then he's still in the wrong too. So therefore, you've made it easy for him to judge you, because now, even though, yeah, he's on the couch being a bum, but now you're being a cheater. So now both of you wrong. So all she did was create an unnecessary, messy situation that didn't have to happen.
Tyra, are you answering Lawrence's call? Are you sending him the voicemail? What are you doing in this moment if you're Issa?
Child, I'm answering that man call. I ain't gotta go home. Don't make me worry about you. Don't make me worry about the anime. You know I don't like to worry. Where you at? Where you at? Let me know where you at. Like, I'm gonna answer the call. Like, there's a way to, you know, I just need a minute. I need some time. I'm gonna come home, just not right now. Don't worry about me. I'm okay. Very simple. Like, just ignore the phone call. Just hang up, Molly, baby. Don't, like, what for what? You have to go home. Girl, it's only so many suits I can let you borrow. You're gonna have to go home. So this is just very immature on Issa's part. and her just practicing avoidance and not wanting to face up to anything. Because like she said, you had a real chance. You had a strong chance, and it was just, you know what? I need to talk to you about our relationship and how you're not meeting me where I'm at. I'm not fulfilled here. I'm not supported mentally, physically, financially. You're just here, Lawrence. I need you to do something. Now it's like, I'm a cheater. You messed it up. You had all the eggs are in the basket and you threw them on the ground. I don't know what to do. I don't know. But she definitely didn't pay for this breakfast.
She sure didn't pay for that breakfast. Shayna, if you're Molly, are you treating Issa for breakfast? Does she deserve to be treated for breakfast the next morning after talking about the broken?
What the? I already took you out on your birthday, like, and now this how you repay me, embarrassing me on stage, and I reward you with a fancy breakfast. No, but she should have answered I would have answered the call. I can't. When something's bothering me, I got to say it. I don't. She talks to herself too much. You're doing too much talking in the mirror instead of talking to that bum that's on the couch. Talk to him. I mean, she did try to like somewhat break up with him, but she wasn't firm with it. Like, if you really breaking up with him, kick him out the house. He's the one that's broke. Tell him to leave. And why am I leaving and finding somewhere to go? You go.
Listen,
because she was too much of a coward to face him.
Yeah, because I would have been like, you ain't doing. You couldn't even get a card for my birthday. Yeah, it's time for you to get your things. Like, okay, it's time for you to gather your belongings and get up out of here. But she would have been free to do whatever she wants.
Could have been, should have been, would have been.
He thinks this is all about his birthday because she doesn't know how to communicate when it's much more than that.
Oh, baby. Lawrence lives in a land of delusion as well. And I don't know if it helps or hinders that he has this friend, Chad. In episode 2, we meet one of his besties who we'll get to know throughout the series. And Chad is pretty funny. I can't even lie. But I want to know, and I'm going to start with you, Tyra. What do you think of this relationship with Chad? Is Chad his friend for real? And is this the voice of wisdom that you would want in your man's ear?
Child, Chad is a hoe. Like, what are we talking about here? They didn't try to make Chad a decent friend until like the last minutes of last season, and when it was like, oh, this revelation. Like, no, Chad is not a friend at all. Like, but Chad is like, most men. It's I'm a friend, the drinking, the bar, the football game, but emotional support, no. Lawrence needs a shoulder. He needs some support. He is very much so depressed, and that's why he's a bum. Like, things, this whole phone conversation is, like, where are you in life? Like, what's up with the app? What's up with the whoops? Like, oh, well, I'm just trying. Okay, well, yeah, if you don't have nothing to tell me on that front, they're like, yeah, brother, do better. I don't know what to tell you. This game going well. Did you see the game? Did you see the brother? Are you coming? Like, Lawrence doesn't want to, be out and face any of this, friend circle. I'm not where I want to be in life as a man. I'm not showing up for my woman. I need some support from a friend, and I need to talk. I need to vet to another brother. Chad is not that brother. It's never been that brother. Lawrence needed some more friends. Unfortunately, he only had Chad.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Shayna, you like Chad, or is Chad the friend you want your man to have?
Every now and then, Chad kind of holds him accountable. Like, when he mentioned the birthday, he was like, oh no, you got to fix that. Like, even Chad knows, like, come on, like, sheesh. But he's not really, I think somebody said it in the chat, like, he's a fun friend, but Lawrence didn't have a support system. I don't know. I guess a lot of men don't really have that. That's why they bottle everything in and don't know how to communicate effectively. They don't have anyone to vent to. Maybe Lawrence needs a therapist. He's out there talking to the neighbors. He's talking to whoever at this point. Everybody's talking to everybody, but they're not talking to each other.
Yeah.
That's true.
You can't be in Issa corner or be the friend I want my man to vent to, and you calling me old girl. You even say
right. He called her old girl all the way to the end.
But here's the thing, and I think this is a dynamic in male relationships, some that I've observed, right? And it's about what you're doing. Like, are you doing the thing? You know what I mean? Are you achieving? Are you going to the next level financially? Or whatever space, right? So I kind of felt Chad on that. Like, if we ain't talking business, and Chad got that bread, for all his faults. He got that bread. So what are you doing, Lawrence? Kay, as a therapist, does Lawrence need therapy?
Like I said when we started, I said everybody toxic. Ain't no innocent parties in all of this. Everybody toxic. Everybody is guilty. There is no innocent parties in this whatsoever. Yes, there ain't no. For him to had not been able to pull himself out of that funk he was in, that's depression. Depression shows up on Black people differently. And that's a lot of what's wrong with the current DSM. It doesn't account for cultural competence. That was a clear indicator of depression, that he had all the education and resources in the world, but he was stuck in a funk and in his own way. But I actually do like Chad. Now, Chad was toxic in his own way. Chad was a ninja, a real one, okay? But at the same time, Chad would throw in little tidbits to Lawrence to let him know that I know I'm ignorant and I say some stuff, but you ain't got it all put together too. Like he told him before, you was a bum. Like you wasn't doing nothing. You was letting your woman go out and work, and you was just sitting on the couch and stuff. Like he will throw in they foolishness. Chad will throw his little 2 cents out there to let Lawrence know, like we can kick it, but I still see you though. So you ain't 100% right, my guy. But anyway, let's get back to these hoes.
For Chad to come full circle.
Right.
So sprinkles.
I feel like with Chad, like later in the later seasons, he was able to tell Lawrence about himself because Lawrence finally had himself together. But it's hard to tell somebody like, no, you really are a bum on the couch when they're still in that place. Like you don't want to step on anybody's toes. You don't want to upset them because he's already in the bad
he was already
down. He's already. Your girl about to leave you. You about to be homeless at this point. Like, why do I need to come in and be like, you are a loser? Like it's.
What is that? She should lower her standards. You're like, I do. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, Lord, he said sprinkles of truth, but then all the poetry, right? With Chad.
Yeah.
So I want to know who said that, and I'm gonna whoever can come up with the answer, okay? And y'all drop it in the chat too, because I thought these were going to be too easy, honestly. And shout out to the 96 people who are currently in the building. We appreciate you being here on a Monday, okay? I'm not trying to be some statistic. I got plans. Anybody on the panel know what character said this?
Yeah. I got plans.
I got plans.
That better be Lawrence. I don't know.
It's Lawrence.
That better be Lawrence.
That better be Lawrence.
It's definitely Lawrence, honey. And then we get into Molly's dating. This was a lot of episode 2, honey. She done went on Tinder. She done went on Bumble. She done went on Plenty of Fish. And now she's trying to upgrade. She's going to get to the league, right? Thinking that this is going to be a new caliber of man. Now, I want to know from each of you. I know every one of you I know Kay and Tyra have been in a very long-term marriage and relationship. But I want to know from you guys before we get into Molly and these men, honey, this tomfoolery. Have you ever dated online? And if so, what was your experience? I'm gonna start with you, Shayna.
I have, or maybe around the time that this show aired. I want to say around then. I did try. What was it? I tried Plenty of Fish. It was just. It's a no for me. I can't. Would not recommend, but I'm not opposed to it. Like people meet the love of their lives on there. You just gotta weed through them and really have a lot of patience. I ain't got it in me.
That's what Molly said. She said they're tiers, right? She says Plenty of Fish was free, so it was wild style. She said Tinder, I don't know if she had paid for Tinder or whatever, but the league was for like the professional elites, and you had to be on a waiting list for that one. And so there are different levels in Now listen, I done tried some dating sites before I was in my current relationship. And it's the wild, wild west. It can be a very scary place. It can be a very wild place. But then on the other hand, I've met some really amazing people. Okay. Before you married Mr. Okay. Had you ever tried a dating site? Had you ever been on a dating site? And drop it in
Hell
the
no.
comments too, guys. Let me know.
I came up in the time of catfish. Y'all ain't finna get me. Okay. I'm way too paranoid for stuff like that. Y'all ain't finna come and get me. Y'all ain't finna have me in no human trafficking ring popping up like
Okay.
that, exploiting me and all that. I'm too paranoid. Get somebody else to do it. Shout out to the people that did find a significant other online. But I can't do it. I don't have that type of bravery and trust.
She said, "Ask for me in my house." Tyra.
Oh, girl, absolutely. The hell, I don't got time. I don't got time to be trying to bump carts at the grocery store. No, I don't got time to be trying to sort people out, waiting for you to look and gonna swipe.
Going to Lowe's at 5 a.m.
Yeah, well,
Listen, Trent
really
said
yeah.
Essence
Absolutely.
Atkins met her husband on the eHarmony. Listen.
The last
She's
time I
divorced now.
Oh,
That wasn't a good example.
Oh yeah, MC Light met her husband on online too, but they divorced as well.
Yeah, like we got to get some success.
okay, Nicole. See, this is what I like, Nicole. She said, "Yes, I tried Black people meet, and I had a ball. The only time in my life that I dated multiple men. Period. Listen, now I didn't try Black people. I tried BLK, and that's totally different. I do not recommend. Don't do that.
No,
but I agree with dating sites. I think that they're worthwhile. They can be a great way to meet people.
Yeah, I tried. Like, even though there is a middle person, technically, last time I was online, I met that man in there. He's still in there.
I know that's right.
There all those years ago. All those years ago. So technically, yes, that was online dating. If we want to be cute about it, because I didn't know that man. Just like, yeah, this man. This is
I was about to say, people will say no to dating apps and stuff, but it's like somebody sliding your DM on Instagram and you respond, and it's like that's not like isn't that the same thing?
Friend, like I know this man and this I was like, I don't know that man. It's like, well, if you go and swipe, you can share the profile. Like technically the communication, because I won't give nobody, you can't have my number. You can't, we're not doing that. Yeah. We communicate online until we move up to that. So yeah, we're online and we still online.
That's right.
Oh my goodness. Me and Mr. Man actually met online on Hinge, actually, which who would have ever thought Hinge?
Molly had mentioned Hinge on here, and I was like, Hinge was out back then? I didn't know.
Maybe in LA it was, because I don't know.
I'll be brave. I'll be thinking I talked to somebody and they're gonna show up at my house with a butcher knife.
Well,
there are ways to vet them. There's ways to vet them.
You don't sleep. You don't go on the popular apps. That's what a nun is at. You go on the most miscellaneous, scroll all the way down to the bottom of nothingness. And that dating app, you download that. You don't go that everybody's on. You don't do that.
They said those apps don't have like a lot of Black people. Like it's hard for Black people to find other Black people on some of those apps.
If it's deserving of your time, it'll be hard to find.
It's like a second job trying to do that. But I don't know. Look, my last relationship, we had met years and years ago online, and I would just take it from me. Don't do it. Like if you can avoid it and meet somebody out and about.
Oh my goodness! She said, don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm still traumatized.
Oh no. And Molly is too, honestly. It felt like Molly was traumatized in this moment because first time God was like, we want to do something after this. I can be 6, you can be 9. We went out with the Hotep man who said that he didn't want to date her anymore because she was born in LA and had never been to the beach, which I do find a little bit odd. Because Santa Monica's like right there. I don't know why you wouldn't go to the beach. And then finally we meet this other guy who I don't know if he was a sommelier or what, but he knew all about the Malbecs and the whatever. And she's thinking, oh, he the one. And when they get outside, he said, you gonna let me hit or nah? And she was like, man, me and my broken coochie is still broken. Because she's just not having any luck. And here's my thing. I think when you're in that needy, desperate space, I don't think it's possible to attract the right love of your life, barring a miracle, right? Where someone is in and he's like Captain Sava. In Molly's situation, I think until she does her work, she's going to keep attracting this type of man over and over and over again. Kay, I'm going to start with you. What are your thoughts on Molly's dating adventures? And will this be her cycle? Will this be her pattern?
Yeah, that if you don't if you're not okay within yourself, the best man can be presented to you and you will sabotage it due to imposter syndrome and defense mechanisms. It doesn't matter. And when you don't know what makes you happy, you're going to put an unrealistic expectation on somebody else to make you happy that they'll never meet because you don't have the answer to that question either. And that's the place that she was in right now. She didn't know herself. She didn't know what was going to make her happy. She didn't even know what a healthy relationship would look like for her. So of course it wasn't going to work. She didn't even know what to look for because she didn't even know how to find her own self.
Tyra, is Molly gonna keep attracting these types of men? The same type of I want to hit it.
She's like, this is dating. I don't. This is dating. This is what it is. You got to sever through all these frogs to get your prince. Like, you know how many I want to hit? I just want to hit. You got to go through to get to the. I think it's just unrealistic for people. You know what? I'm going to make sure I'm at the perfect, temp. I've been to therapy. I'm where I want to be in my career. Everything is perfectly solidified. I'm from like realistically, that's not how things happen. That's not how things happen. It's really hard to get to a center of you just being the perfect you. And that, child, if I wait till I got to the center of the perfect me, we still wouldn't be dating right now. I don't have time. I don't have time. But I think that this is just the process of elimination. Now, I wish she didn't take it so personally and think that every man that she meets is supposed to be a prospect for husband material. No, baby, we were dating. She wants, everything to happen fast. Once we have that perfect relationship.
She wasn't ready for a good man right now. No way. So even if she found him, she was the toxic person. She would not have done a good man justice at this point.
But we don't know that at this point.
Yes, we see the toxicity.
I'm going off of this point.
Yeah, off these 2 episodes, the only issue I really see is that she's desperate.
Yeah, she's desperate, but like,
at
that age, I need to find a man. What we discussed earlier. I think at this point she's just dating. It's the problem is she is anticipating that every man that she dates is going to be husband potential, and because she wants to get to the marriage part, she wants to rush to that part to have her marriage and her man. And it's like, no, you have to sever through, guys, and know that you're going to get some duds, and it's okay, Molly. That doesn't mean anything is wrong with you, and you don't have to internalize it.
She was trying to get to that finish line real fast.
Shayna, is Molly going to keep attracting the same man over and over again, or is there hope?
Yeah. First of all, she talks too much. Like, stop telling everybody that you got a broken pee. I don't understand. Like, please. But I mean, yeah, that dating can get exhausting. Like, it's tiring. So I see why she wants to just meet her person. She doesn't have anybody to really vent to about dating because Issa doesn't understand. She's not dating. She's cheating with one person, but she's not dating. So, I mean, yeah, I can see how she's a little fed up. And that time frame, I'm thinking about they're about to be 30. In that place, I was like, okay, I want to be married as well. When I was at that place, that time in my life. So I'll give her a little more grace. I don't think we saw the super toxicity with Molly until like later on. But I mean, I think it happened when it was supposed to. Is she going to keep attracting these kind of guys? I don't know. I feel the same way. I think that's dating. Like, even when I go on TikTok or anything now and I hear, like, I'm not dating, but I hear these horror stories and I'm like, okay, nothing's changed. Y'all did wait until Excel. I'm like, at what point, what year is things going to change? Like, dating is so awful.
Oh, Lord. Everything remains the same. So let's kind of take a look at some of these situations, and we will get back to it and then round this thing off here.
You ready to talk now? You ready to man up? Ha! Wasn't expecting that. What's my mama gonna say about it? Where'd you put all my back? To the left. It's like a jungle sometimes. You know I'm gonna take all my DVDs. Nobody wants you to Steve Harvey box set. You know I'm still working on my business plan. I got a plan to start the business. But you know I love you. I love you too. So I'm home. Still the same up. But who else you gonna be with? Oh, I got options.
She's talking to everybody but the people. She should stay talking to herself.
Lord have mercy. Everybody else, all that good information. Start the business, sir. Why couldn't she tell Lawrence that in the moment? I need y'all to finish this for me. Fill in the blanks. Nobody wants your blank box set.
Steve Harvey box set.
Okay, I just played it. Listen, I said I'm gonna play the clip first. That way, nobody can miss this.
That was the one thing I remember from the episode. That's the one thing I need a clip for.
I still miss it.
Steve Harvey box set. Lord have mercy. So you're not coming home? Public displays, baby, at the Rite Aid. This sent me. You buying the panties, the 6-pack, Issa? The 6-pack as he goes $1 a day late and $1 short to buy her a raggedy card out the Rite Aid that sang some sort of weird little song, bumps into Issa buying draws because she's not coming home. I don't feel like coming home, Lawrence. What did y'all think of this public display? Was it necessary? Like, did you understand why he got so frustrated? He's still looking bummy. He still ain't got in the tub. Shayna.
He literally looks homeless right there. Like, my goodness. Oh my God. I'd be like, please, like, I don't want anybody to know that we know each other right now. Like, go home and like that's yourself off. But I mean, I see why he's mad. Like it's been days, like or however long it's been, a day or two. So I'm like, him being mad is justified. Like she didn't say anything, she didn't respond. Like she could at least given him that instead of just brushing him off. But then she cracked me up when she was like, "But can I use your Rite Aid card for the discount?" And he was like, "No," and she was like, Like, girl, why don't you got your own Rite Aid card?
Oh, at least the phone number. We know they look you up by the phone number. Tyra, you not coming home. Was Lawrence valid in his confrontation of Issa? And why is he a day late and $1 short buying this card after the birthday?
Child, this not posting up for my birthday like my man should. This was a cry for help, okay? This was a cry for help from Lawrence. Like the fact that he was so nonchalant about this, you want to wait till after the fact. Well, fine, he like, and she kept saying it like something's wrong, like he's comfortable. Like it was more than just him being comfortable, baby. That man is just depressed. And hell yeah, I'm gonna say so. I would have embarrassed her in that Rite Aid. How dare you ignore me and you in here buying panties? Like where you think you're buying a 6-pack, so you was just gonna stay gone for a week and not say anything to me? The way I would have showed up at Molly's penthouse was, girl, open the door. You're gonna talk to me. You're gonna talk to me. So somebody got to be here to pay these bills. Okay, where are you going? Are you coming back?
Somebody got to be here to pay these bills.
What's happening?
You're the breadwinner.
It's
you gotta have the gas to get to Molly's house.
This avoidance, like you can't avoid me. But I just wish you would say, I'm just not understanding. He could not have not. He can't be. He's been jobless for 4 years. Is that what we're getting here? Is that what it is?
That he's been working on this other thing. That's what it feels like.
Oh, I can only give Lawrence this much for being bummy and depressed. Yeah. I'm here for you, brother. Look up, black man, stand up. But yeah. No, I'm working.
Like, how long are we gonna let this depressed thing? Like enough. After 4 months, like you need it, because Issa doesn't have a right to be depressed. She can't be sad. She got to go to work.
All the more reason for Issa to stand up, baby. This is not gonna work. I need you to get up and do something. If whoop's not working, you need to go up there to the Rite Aid counter and ask for the application. Because the check needs to come in from somewhere. But that's when the pride and everything else comes into play as a man, like him just feeling less than because this wasn't my plan. It's not always about your plan.
Right.
It's about us and what we need in this moment. I'll respect you more if you were getting up and we were walking out of here together, whether it was the Rite Aid or whatever it was. At least you were walking out of here to a job. Right. That's that. But yeah, I'm still gonna confront you in this Rite Aid because what the hell are you not gonna come home? Clearly she wasn't.
She was buying panties. She bought the 6-pack, but she said they wasn't the cute kind. Okay.
ghosting people is never a way to handle a situation. And I'm glad she got it. She saw how that felt in later seasons when we, get Nate for her, because the universe owed her that, honestly, because that's not how you deal with a confrontation and conflict, by ghosting somebody, by avoiding them and avoiding conflict. It only made things worse. That was not a way. And if she felt like she needed time, all she had to do was say that, like, hey, there's tension at the house. I need a minute. I'll be back soon. I'm just trying to give us some space. It wouldn't have took nothing to say those few words, but by you being avoidant, it comes off as very rude, very snarky, very dismissive. And she didn't do the relate. She left an open playing field for him to be very resentful and hostile of her, because she put him in that predicament, even though she was the one that should have been resentful because he's been bumming it for so long. But instead of her confronting him about it, she's like, well, I'm resenting you. Now I'm gonna give you a reason to resent me. And that's messy. That's really messy.
That was the title.
She left room for Lawrence to be the victim.
Yeah, exactly. That's that right there.
Moving forward with Joe, she
Yes.
leaves this room. This is a space and opportunity for him to be the victim, and everything that she experienced prior to that with him, it just didn't matter because you cheated.
I agree. Exactly. She set the stage for that. Well, if all she had to do was have that conversation with him, a small conversation, but she left room for him to actually feel like she just did the ultimate sin.
And it's always going to go back to she stayed. Like, she chose to stay in it. She's working in a nonprofit. She ain't making no money like that. Like, when she said he's comfortable, it's like, oh, he's depressed. Like, but he is comfortable. Because why are you comfortable watching me? You're literally watching me go to work and you're just turning over and going back to sleep. Like, enough.
Enough of that. Even that last conversation, see, you didn't want me, Lawrence. Are we not going to talk about Lawrence not having a job? We ain't going to talk about that.
Right. Like, it's like we just kept sweet. Did he end up getting a job at Best Buy anyway? Like, you could have been did that.
Lord have mercy. Who said that? Y'all, just a couple more here. What do I look like fighting a gang of kids? What do I look like fighting a gang of kids?
Are these just the characters from these two episodes, or?
It's a character from these first two episodes.
It better be Issa.
It was Issa. It was Issa, the first episode. When Molly was like, they said what? And she was like, what I look like fighting a gang of kids? Yeah. Speaking of work, though, why does Issa even work here? Like, is this just one of those post-grad jobs that you get right out of school and then it just turns into, okay, I've been here forever? Because, with the nature of the work, right, we got y'all working with, disenfranchised, I guess, or lower socioeconomic status children. You would think she'd be a little bit more passionate, but she doesn't take anything seriously. For me, this was another red flag for me with Issa, because you don't take your relationship seriously. You don't take your friendship with Molly seriously. And you don't even take this job serious. She's like, I'm gonna just get in there and wing it. Gets in front of all these people in this boardroom and literally just F's it all up, right? Got to have a sit down with the hippie lady while she's quoting African Kenyan proverbs. Issa is like, I'm so sorry, I'll do better. What's the point of doing better, and why does Issa work here? I'm going to start with you, Kay.
It sounds nice, right?
It sounds
like if you, because in terms, if we know Issa has a need to want to help the community, right? We know she wants to be there for her people. We know she wants to help others and build up the community. We got y'all. Sound like she could do that, right? Sound like it's a good deal that we could do that, and we got y'all. But quite frankly, we got y'all ain't have nothing but a bunch of microaggressions, and and was going nowhere fast. But I feel like for somebody having the ambition to want to help people, that looked like a place to do that. It looked like she could be all in, and we got y'all. But it wasn't, and she stayed there just like she was in that relationship with Lawrence way too long than she should have been. She was at we got y'all way longer than she should have been because she know that job was a dead end for her, and it wasn't giving her the space and opportunity to fit the idea of what she had for community service and community outreach.
Because this definitely wasn't the FUBU. Okay, this was not for us by us at all.
It sounded like good community outreach, and it was very, very flawed. But I give her an effort for trying, but she could have quit that job a long time ago.
Shayna, why Issa work here?
I don't know. She knew what it was when she signed up. Like, what you mean we got y'all? And I'm the only Black person here. Like, what is this? Like, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, initially maybe she was passionate about it. Even her boss said, like, when I hired you on, you were. I feel like people normally get like that at work, though, with their jobs. Like, she's been doing the same thing for years. She's complacent. She's tired. Y'all putting too much on Issa. She already got to do everything around the house. She got a man just laying around like a pillow on the couch. Like, she don't work all day. You want her to go to Indeed, fill out applications too? She's tired. Like, she's just working her little job. Like, it's too much. She's just gonna work this little job until she can't no more.
I think it's. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I was gonna say she shouldn't have had nobody in there embarrassing her like that. When they said, "Ooh, like Tupac, Shakespeare, whatever it was, like rap Shakespeare and all that," like, why are they coming up with the ideas? That was crazy.
I feel like this is indicative of everything else. Kind of like what Kay was saying. She staying with Lauren. She don't want to be with him. She's staying at this raggedy job. She don't want this job either. I just think it's her pattern in life. Tyra, why is she here?
Yeah, she's just settled. She's settled in with Lawrence. She's settled in with we got y'all. That ain't got a damn thing. And at this point, she's tired. She's not giving as much effort as she was in the beginning because now it's just like I'm getting real tired of being the Black voice, the Black token here in this workplace, being all things Black all the time. In this, like the microaggressions, the child that boss and her Kenya proverbs. It's nowhere anybody would want to go every day. But just like she's doing with her her relationship with Lawrence, she's just just hanging on. I'm just thinking, and it's just pressure that's really getting into her to where she's trying to escape not only from this job but from Lawrence, and that's driving her closer to do something like go and cheat or kiss on Daniel. Like she's just trying to exit. She's just trying to get away from this, but she never clearly this was not her ambition, especially where we see her end up or where her passion truly lies. She doesn't really even know what she cares about here at this moment. It's just like this is what's paying the bills. This is what's paying the bills. This is where I go every day. And these are, the things early on that made me identify with Issa, because we've all had a job that is just like, this is what pays the bills. I don't want to be here. I hate this job. I go in, I clock in, I do my bed, because this is jail at this point. I go do my bed, I do that biscuit, and then I go home. And that's just what, she's been doing. And now she's just kind of getting to the breaking point to where it's not enough. So now she's just kind of trying to step out and find different inspiration to stick with we got y'all the same way she's trying to stick with Lawrence Child. It's just not there.
Trying to find a way, trying to make a way out of no way. Shout out to Shannon D. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you. We appreciate that. And there is so much member content coming, y'all. I'm too excited. I'm too excited. But be sure to check out everyone's channels and what they're offering in their memberships. But thank you so much. Y'all, I think we got one more little game and then our final slide. Finish that lyric. Okay. I got a plan. Blank, 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 ninja. I got a plan. Blank, 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 ninja. She said it. I played the video. She said it in there.
Phone a friend for 300, Alex.
Come on in the chat, y'all. Fill in the blanks. Issa said this in the mirror. She said, I got a plan. Blank, 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 ninja.
The way
anybody know? She just said it.
The way, and I know what it is.
I know. I feel like I know it too. I don't even want you to tell me what the answer is because I feel like I know it.
the plan or something. Start the plan, ninja.
Well, it's close to this. It's start the business.
Yeah, that part. Girl, don't do this to me. Give us multiple choice. I don't.
Lord, next time I'll have multiple choice. I just knew, y'all. I said they gonna know everything.
Treat me like I am special.
Lord have mercy. And here we go. Him in that Hoya shirt. That would piss me off. Every time I saw him in this Ivy League t-shirt, being a bum in this bed, it would piss me off. I'd burn it. I'd rip it up. I'd burn it to shred. I would, because I don't want to see it. I don't want to see a sweatshirt. I don't want to see a hat. I don't want to see a jersey. I don't want to see anything related to this education that you're not currently using. And my question to you ladies is, should they have ever been together? I'm going to start with you, Tyra.
Ever?
Yeah.
I mean,
do they seem compatible on any level to you in these first couple episodes?
Oh, child, they've never been compatible to me. I feel like it was forced this whole show. I feel like it was forced this whole show. Getting into this first season, it makes sense to me that I would feel that way because Lawrence was supposed to dip after the first season. He was never supposed to be a staple character. It's just that, the response for Lawrence was so strong that it was like, you know what, we need to keep him and, push along and write more for him in the seasons going forward and continue on their, it became the mainstay because this was supposed to really low-key be about Issa and it grew into something bigger after this season. But from here, I could naturally understand why they would separate and we wouldn't see Lawrence again and we would just continue on with Issa's dating journey out there with new men. But I can't say that they ever belong together because clearly at one point, because they do have this little kindred kind of finish each other's sentences, like this little thing that they do. But yeah, I'm just not right now. I don't see it and I'm not going to act like I've ever seen it. I was never Team Lawrence.
Oh, I like Lawrence. I just didn't like him with Issa.
That's different. They're separate. I think they're cool. I was never team. I'll be Team Daniel, Nathan. It was never Lawrence and Issa. Never felt that.
Lord, Shayna, should they have ever been together?
That's hard to say because we're meeting them like this. I'm sure in college, they probably, were compatible. They were fine. I was Team Lawrence when he had left and then he came back when they went to Coachella. I was like, okay, I wanted him to come back. But when he came back, I was like, never mind. I kind of like Tyra. I wish they would have just, because he even said, in real life, all this spinning the block wouldn't be going on. She would have been moving on. I wish they would have shown her just dating, maybe choosing herself at the end or something else other than the outcome we got because it was no longer believable. It didn't make sense. The chemistry was gone. But I mean, there's ups and there's times where I like them. Right now, I mean, maybe they should have been together to get through college, but this shouldn't have been going on this long. Why do you got a man living with you not working for 4 years? Nobody should be dealing with that.
The way that they never connected for me, physically, I just never felt it for them. I never felt the heat. I never felt the connection. You felt it with Issa and some of these other men that she encountered, but I never felt it with Lawrence. Kay, what did you think of them? Should this couple have ever been together? Or is that maybe the point of it all?
I guess I don't, because we don't know what their rapport was before that time. We don't know. But I don't feel like she should have backtracked though. I understand that they may have been together since college and stuff, but it's okay to outgrow people and it's okay to outgrow things. In this moment, we saw that they were outgrowing each other, and it's okay to not go back and spin the block. Everybody ain't gonna be like Nelly and Ashanti. Sometimes we don't need to spin the block.
Who want that?
Right, yeah,
everybody can't do that, and it's okay to not do that.
Yeah.
It is okay, y'all.
She could have spun the block with Daniel, if nothing else. Please.
Well, we'll see what happens.
The thing about spinning the blocks, you couldn't tell me, and I'll see if my opinion changes watching what we're doing now in this retrospective. I always thought Issa should have chosen herself and ended up solo dolo. That's what I thought we were going to get into.
Or I did want her with Daniel at one point because he was there. Well, not to jump too far ahead. We'll talk about it when we're there.
Well, you guys, that was season 1, episodes 1 and 2, Insecure and Messy AF. And we will be back weekly, y'all. We are going to be diving into all things Insecure, over the next, I don't know how long, baby, because there were 4 seasons. But I want to give the ladies the opportunity to let you know what they have going on their channels. And I'm going to start with you, Miss Shayna. Let the people know what you have going on.
So I'm still trying to figure that out for the month of September. Because I do mostly reality. Love and Marriage Huntsville just ended, so I just did a review for that yesterday. I did a Bel Air live with Miss Kira Speaks and Inga Ginger Snaps, and I'm going to do it again with Big KJ tomorrow. Just look out for the community tab. A lot of my shows are coming back. Love is Blind, Married at First Sight, Ready to Love. So those will be coming up soon, early October.
Cool. Thank you so much. And thank you for being here tonight. Tyra, what you got going on, friend?
I got memberships. That's what I got. I got these memberships. I ain't finna sit and tell y'all what I got going on. Y'all saw the tabs, okay? Don't be acting like y'all don't see them lives posted coming up. Chaos is coming up tomorrow. Then after that, we having the Blockbuster Soul Food watch along that you can only be a part of if you roll up and support in the memberships and get the second tier. Y'all don't want to miss that. Do not miss the watch alongs and everything else that is coming down the pipeline when we get into these memberships. Like it's gonna be epic. Don't miss that. Don't miss that. Don't sleep on that. But y'all see, chaos is coming. Thursday, we're getting into some Rebel Ridge, I believe. Then after that, we're getting into some what is that? Friday is always Reasonable Doubt and Fine Men Fridays. Fine Men Fridays will now be for members only. After that live premieres, whoever isn't in the house, you will not be able to see that. Go on and get that membership. Don't be greasy. Don't do that. Don't be out here acting like a bum and being Lawrence. All right, like that's coming up. It's always a lot coming up on us. Of course, this Saturday will be Killer Con, from my understanding. And Sundays, what do we do on Sundays, y'all? I'm lost. What's
Baby, we have a brand new show. I believe 3 women will be this Sunday.
Yes. It's stuff. It's stuff coming up, along with all of the additional things that we are doing. We are getting into really pouring into our memberships, and we want people to be there and be a part of it. So go and support us, please. Thank you.
Okay. Let the people know what's going on over there, ma'am.
A lot of the same things, but a little bit more horror added on top of all those things. Because yes, we got Rebel Ridge coming this week. Chaos. If you have not seen both of those shows, they're on Netflix. You have no excuse. Everybody got Netflix. Reasonable Doubt Fridays. We will be doing a Bel Air wrap up as well. Thursday. Let's see. Friday the 13th is also Friday, so I'll be doing something to celebrate Jason Voorhees. Saturday horror panel. It's spooky season, so be on the lookout for some horror content. And that movie night, y'all need to hit that membership. You got Tyra's membership, you got Ashley membership, you got my membership. You need the membership link to get in on the movie night, the watch alongs. This is going to be fun. We're bringing back our own version of Blockbuster night. Millennials, I know y'all were there. Video rental nights, some snacks, your pajamas. Y'all need to hit the membership so we can have some fun in these watch alongs.
Yes. Absolutely, y'all. We are so excited. Thank you to everyone who was able to make it this night. And y'all, it'll be back next week. We'll be rotating hosts and panels and all of the things. Yes, and Tyra is hosting next week. So y'all know it's going to be a party with all the dance breaks.
Make it rain. Hey, yeah. We need the dance breaks. What you mean? We need that.
Of course we do. But thank y'all for being here. We appreciate you so much for the new members. Jay and hold on, I'm gonna get it right. And Shannon D, we appreciate y'all for becoming members tonight. It's gonna be so fun. Wednesday is gonna be so fun. Tomorrow night, Chaos D Movie Man is hosting that one. I'll be hosting Rebel Ridge tomorrow night. So y'all be there or be square. It's gonna be so fun. And thank y'all for the 100+ people who was in the room tonight for our inaugural Insecure review. Thank you, and we will see y'all in the next video. Thanks for being here.